regard to the future with the challenges that are coming from
global warming,
epidemics and weather conditions and so on. We're better able, as a result of our educational system, to be able to cope with these measures and to implement these policies.
Yes, sir. And so with that said, where do you see the Bahamas in the future?
The Bahamas in the future, as I see the Bahamas in the future, I see a far greater role being played by the Family Islands. There are great opportunities in the Family Islands. The available land and natural resources in the Family Islands provide an opportunity. I see the future, too, as not only being a future internally within the Bahamas, but Bahamians playing a greater role in the regional and in the international.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
When we started Storm Frame Windows in 1999, we wanted to fabricate an impact-rated product to compete with the Florida market, and we've done this. There's no fabricator or vendor from Florida that can do what we can in the Bahamas. Because we fabricate locally and we're a local-based company, we have the capability to provide better customer service than our competitors. With all the worldwide supply chain issues, we at Stormframe have improved our fabrication process and have invested in stock to be able to produce our orders in 4 weeks. We also keep in stock over 400 windows and doors at standard sizes for walk-in customers to purchase. Our professional sales staff is here to assist you with the complete purchase and installation. We also service and ship to the out islands.
Thank you for your support, Bahamas.
Thank you for your support, Bahamas.
Coming this fall, the Broadcasting Corporation will introduce a slew of new shows, including my show, What's Trending? Lifestyles in the Afternoon. Here's my producer, Tanya Smith-Cartwright, who will shed some light on what to expect.
Stacy, I cannot tell you how excited I am. We're going to be dealing with entertainment, romance, fashion, travel, gardening. You're going to have a DJ.
Okay.
It's going to be just totally fabulous, and I cannot wait. I have a question for you, though.
Okay.
Are you as excited as I am?
I am so excited. I can't even tell you.
Fabulous. I mean, social media, you're going to be killing it. Trust me, I can't wait, and I'm sure the public can't wait either.
Well, we are very excited around here, and we want you to tune in to What's Trending? Lifestyles in the Afternoon.
What's Trending? Coming this fall to ZNS Network, Lifestyles in the Afternoon.
Coming up in the news, 5 persons nominate for the upcoming by-election. We have the details. Also, an $80 million contract signed for the redevelopment of the South Bimini International Airport. And a popular events and entertainment spot reopening its doors. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, everyone. I'm Raven Davis, and as always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news tonight, the race to the West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election officially kicking off today with Nomination Day. Excitement filled the Aidmark area as 5 candidates officially nominate. Tonight, we have team coverage of the 2023 by-election Nomination Day that was held at Mount Zion Baptist Church Halls. Our Azure Quant and Ramiko Knowles were on the ground and spoke with the candidates and their supporters.
It is definitely an exciting day here at Mount Zion Baptist Church in 8 Mile Rock as candidates will be nominated officially. It is the first step towards the upcoming West Grand, Bahama and Bimini by-election nomination day. Many of the candidates expressing enthusiasm with family, friends, supporters, and registered voters in the constituency making their way through the hall doors. 5 candidates submitting their nomination papers, hoping to secure the vacant seat. The day beginning with the nomination of the Free National Movement's candidate, Bishop Ricardo Grant, an historic move of the party being the first to nominate.
The things that the citizens here in West Grand Bahama need is exactly what we have been tabling over the years, and now we want to take that to the next level.
Second to nominate the Progressive Liberal Party's candidate, Attorney Kingsley Smith, accompanied by many government officials.
I am one of you, and I am here for you. I've heard your concerns, your aspirations, and your frustrations. We're in this together, and I pledge to be your voice, your champion, and most importantly, your active partner in bringing about the progress we all yearn for.
Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis on hand to endorse Smith and encourage others to vote for him.
He stands ready to carry this momentum into action, ensuring that every ounce of trust given to him by the community is returned in tireless service and unwavering commitment.
Independent candidate Ternille Burrows, the third nominee, promising to be a fresh voice for social issues in the country.
We need different, we need dynamic, we need someone to represent the youth and the children of this nation. They cannot speak for themselves the way that we can, so I will stand and say, as a hummingbird, I will represent the children.
The fourth nominee was Lincoln Bain, leader of the Coalition of Independents, charging that change is here.
I'm not here to look out for the COI. We're an activist group, and we're only using the political platform because that is the way to bring change. But we are here to represent the Bahamian people and give us back what belongs to us.
Last but not least was the youngest candidate, Daquan Swain, with energy and determination.
Now all we're doing is standing on that foundation that we have already built with the residents in West Grand Bahama as well as Bimini to know that, hey, listen, we still in this fight. We know we've been fighting, but let's just take this to another level.
But not only were the candidates present and accounted for, but supporters were also out in large numbers.
It is completely a charged and excited atmosphere here at the Mount Zion Baptist Church in 8 Mile Rock. We have 5 nominees that we know of that is expected to nominate themselves today. But the first one, Bishop Ricardo Grant. Take a look at the supporters as they now gather in front of the Mount Zion Baptist Church in support of Bishop Ricardo Grant.
Every time something happened in Bimini, it was done under the FNM.
I'm praying for victory for Bishop.
The Free National Movement is the choice, the best choice for the Bahamas.
As Bishop Ricardo Grant and supporters exited the scene, the Progressive Liberal Party's candidate Kingsley Smith made a grand entrance with the backing of none other than the nation's leader, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, and other esteemed government officials. The nation's leader seized the moment to address the enthusiastic crowd of supporters.
Let's do it all. Let's do it all for Kingsley. Let's do it for Obi. Let's do it for the rest of the party. Let's do it for our country. So BLD. BLD.
First of all, I'm excited. I'm happy for him, and I know that he's the man for the job. He's fit for the job. He's a man that listens, as the Prime Minister said, and he executes, and he understands leadership. I think this is the best thing, not just for Western and Bimini, but also for the Bahamas.
Ternille Burrows became the third candidate to nominate herself, arriving unaccompanied. Meanwhile, outside the church, the spirited supporters of the Coalition of Independents eagerly gathered as their candidate, Lincoln Bain, made his thrilling entrance.
The COI, we are an organization that we are fighting for the birthrights of Bahamian citizens. We are fighting for our inheritance. And so as we stand, we're not just standing here for ourselves. And this is why we take this so serious, because we are nation warriors. We are fighting on the behalf of this country. We are not just fighting on the behalf of colors. We don't see ourselves as being political organization, so to speak, but we see ourselves as being ambassadors for our countries.
That's going to wrap it up for us here at Mount Zion Baptist Church for Nomination Day, a crucial part of the electoral process, and that is a complete wrap for us here. We're going to send it back to you in studio. For Ajaquant, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us, as it has been an exciting day for both of us on the ground here at Mount Zion Baptist Church. Back to you in studio.
Democracy came alive today as supporters from various political parties gathered at the nomination site, creating an electrifying atmosphere as candidates submitted their nomination papers. Ramiko Knowles was front and center, engaging with these passionate supporters who came out in full force to rally behind their chosen candidates. Here's that report. Well, in 2 weeks, residents of West Grand Bahama and Bimini will cast their vote for the next Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini. Political parties are in high gear with rallies and in campaign mode. This past weekend, the Progressive Liberal Party held a rally in 8 Mile Rock, where scores of supporters heard firsthand from the party leader and the standard bearer. Here's that report.
It was a joyous occasion for residents gathering together in Jonestown, 8 Mile Rock, to celebrate, support, and hear the plans of the Progressive Liberal Party's standard bearer, Kingsley Smith. The locals deeming the rally a night of greatness, where Smith, along with the Prime Minister Philip Davis, brought remarks.
We're asking you to pass the baton on to Kingsley to finish what Obi started. Kingsley didn't wake up one morning and decide all of a sudden that he cared about people. He's one of you. He's a boy from Boodle Bay, and he has a strong track record of giving back to the community. He's shown his commitment over the years, coaching and mentoring your children. He started a baseball league because he knows sports is one of the best ways to help young people learn about discipline, strength, and collaboration.
Smith passionately adds that the work of the former MP Minister Obi Wilchcombe started has to continue. He says when it comes to perseverance, he's dedicated to completing those projects.
I am committed to continuing and completing the projects Obi started. I am committed to building the kind of future you deserve. But I can't do this alone. West Grand Bahama and Bimini, I need you.
The Progressive Liberal Party's standard bearer furthering that the Progressive Liberal Party is one big family and that the party's goal is to not only win the election, but provide sustainable jobs and living for all residents.
Here's what's in it for you. A new government complex right here in 8 Mile Rock, a new school for our kids in Holmes Rock, more affordable houses, and home repairs. Together, we will clean up the streets, build new seawalls, and when storms hit, we'll have a safe place.
The Prime Minister and Smith stating that there's only 21 days for residents to come and mark their X for another PLP victory. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson Everest.
The South Bimini International Airport took a giant leap forward today as officials gathered at the George Beach complex for a multi-million-dollar contract signing. The $80 million contract signals the redevelopment of the South Bimini Airport and officially transferred the development rights from the Airport Authority to the Bimini Airport Developing Managing Partners. Our Jolanda Thompson Everest was in Bimini today and filed this report.
$80 million. That is the amount expected to be invested in the South Bimini International Airport. The Prime Minister bringing remarks at the contract signing, where he states that the government fully anticipates the agreement, which will give the island an economic boost.
An airport is the gateway to a locale. It is the first experience visitors to this island will have, making a first impression long before they get to experience the rest of the beautiful island. As we improve the airport experience, we are ensuring that we make a good first impression for those visiting Bimini and a great final impression for visitors as they depart.
Though Bimini might be on the western edge of the Bahamian archipelago, it sits firmly at the forefront of our minds and our development agenda.
Developer and CEO of Phoenix Infrastructure Advisory and Investments says that they're excited to be included in the redevelopment as they seek to also expand the tourism product.
Additionally, I want to assure every member of our community that this project has been considered with the utmost consideration for this beautiful environment and way of life. We recognize that Bimini is not only a place of business, it is a home and sanctuary of natural beauty that we are blessed to inhabit. As we move forward, we will ensure that our development is sustainable, that it respects the delicate balance of this ecosystem, and that it enhances the lives of all who call Bimini home.
The Deputy Prime Minister adding that the goal is to develop and redevelop 14 airports in the country. And as the work begins, Bimini is set to go.
But this is more than just a signing for an airport. It's a signal of our commitment to connectivity, progress, possibilities, and the strengthening of Bimini as the gateway for residents as well as guests.
The Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister concludes that the managing partners have the commitment of the government and the Ministry of Tourism as they build their products for the empowerment of Bimini. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson Everest.
Thanks, Yolanda. Meantime, here in Grand Bahama, the official opening of the Government Administrative Complex, 8 Mile Rock, is slated for November 13th at 1 p.m. The complex will be named in honor of the late Honorable Obadiah Wilchcomb, former Member of Parliament and Minister of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting. Wilchcomb unexpectedly died on September 25th. The administrative complex is just one of 2 projects started by the Progressive Liberal Party administration in 2016. The second is the Holmes Rock Junior High School, West Grand Bahama. Well, in a long-awaited comeback, Grand Bahama Island recently welcomed the return of the beloved Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill at the Grand Lucaine Resort. The club was opened in 1999 but closed due to damage sustained in Hurricane Matthew in 2016. Now, government officials, the Board of Lucaine Renewal Holdings Limited, and other invited guests relished in the opening ceremony on Saturday evening. Here's that report. And with that, after some 7 years of being shuttered, the Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill officially reopening its newly renovated doors. This marking the long-awaited return for one of Grand Bahama's favorite entertainment and eatery spots. Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, dubbing it a comeback moment, and notes that this and other projects will trigger the spark the island needs.
But this is a great opportunity for entrepreneurs, vendor opportunities. It's a demonstration that we are not sitting on our hands at the Grand Lucaine Holdings Limited. We're using what we have to create opportunities. It's improving the tourism product, not just for this area, but the entire island of Grand Bahama. And it's going to bring new buzz back to the nightlife scene on Grand Bahama Island.
The Prop Club will boast of a vibrant atmosphere filled with good music, Bahamian food and drinks, fun activities, and a stunning view of the beach. According to Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, this is evidence that the government is committed to restoring the charm of the resort.
It is another example of our island's resilience and our ability to recover from natural disasters. It is also evidence of the progress Grand Bahama has made under the Davis Cooper administration and our government's commitment to rebuilding our island.
Now, the initiative is a joint effort between the Ministry for Grand Bahama, the Ministry of Tourism, and the Board of Lucaine Renewal Holdings Limited. That seeing some 50 persons employed, 35 of whom are from the beautiful Grand Bahama program.
The beautiful Grand Bahama team was instrumental in removing debris that remained from the hurricane and repairing areas of the roof, the walkway, and the sunroom. The team also constructed new tables and chairs, the DJ booth.
Chairman of Lucaine Renewal Holdings Limited, Julian Russell, also highlighting the immense opportunities on tap.
Prop Club will serve an increasing number of day trippers to the resort. It will provide an opportunity for ground transportation, including taxi drivers, additional employment, and later on additional entertainment.
Well, officers at the Criminal Investigation Department on Grand Bahama are busy searching for Trevor Levon Thurston in connection with the stealing by reason of service. The 56-year-old is a resident of Silver Gate, New Providence. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighs 160 pounds, is of dark brown complexion, average build with dark brown eyes. Anyone spotting him, please approach with extreme caution. Dial police emergency at 911, National Crime Prevention Office at 302-8430 or Crime Stoppers at 352-1919, 350-3106. And in news from police over in Abaco, 5 adults between the ages of 21 and 36 are in police custody after officers from the Abaco Division, with the assistance of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, successfully seized a firearm, a quantity of ammunition, and dangerous drugs from 2 residents of Crown Haven, Little Abaco. Preliminary reports indicate that shortly after 5:00 a.m. on Sunday, November 5th, 2023, officers acting on intelligence executed a search warrant simultaneously at 2 residences in Crown Haven. Police discovered during the searches a quantity of suspected cocaine, marijuana, and an illegal handgun with ammunition. As a result, 4 adult males, ages 27, 30, 30, and 36, as well as 1 adult female, 21, were arrested. The weight and value of the dangerous drugs are unknown at this time. Police investigations continue. Southern Northern Service's 2nd annual Pink Pumpkin campaign is back again. That story, sports, and a whole lot more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, returns.
You asked for it, you've got it. A new plant nursery fully loaded with everything you need and extended hours. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Every Sunday from noon until 4 p.m., join us at Portobello's Restaurant at the Grand Lucayan for a delicious full buffet spread. Call 373-1333 for more information.
Keep it cool with Bethel's Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, located number 3 Milton Street. Phone 602-5467.
List your home in Grand Bahama with H.G. Christie. Visit their new office in the Port Lucaya Marketplace. H.G. Christie, celebrating over 100 years of service.
Your number 1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Southern Northern Service 2nd annual Pink Pumpkin campaign is back again. 2 schools, Summit High Preparatory and Jack Hewitt High School, participating in this year's competition, bringing awareness for Breast Cancer Month. The 2 schools sharing that they are excited to be part of such a project, celebrating those that survived with courage and those who fought until their demise.
We want to encourage them to keep up the fight. We want to encourage family members to continue to support them and to know that others care about them.
If you notice, we used a lot of glitz and glamour, and that's to showcase that even in with a frightening diagnosis, there is still hope and there's still beauty in all of this. And cancer patients should really not be defined by their illness, but rather by their courage and their resilience.
Students from both schools expressing their support and sharing the story behind their presentation.
Decided to do this book to really just promote to try to promote the cure, finding a cure for breast cancer, and as a way to encourage the survivors. Because we decided to have the pumpkin going from orange to pink, really trying to symbolize how breast cancer can really change you after you already went through it.
It's a representation of all of the people who are fighting breast cancer at this moment, that are winning the fight of cancer and that are fighting with all their courage and might so that they can live another year.
And as it heals, it changes color into the form of pink because it starts off orange. And During the healing process, we water it, give it love and care and whatnot. And then at the end, it's just a perfectly healthy pumpkin.
Your Health is Wealth is up next.
In 2018, the Pan American Health Organization stated that 6.8% of Bahamians were pre-diabetic. Pre-diabetes comes before type 2 diabetes. It means that your blood sugar level is higher than normal, but not high enough to be called diabetes. Risk factors for pre-diabetes include obesity, family history of diabetes, and a sedentary lifestyle. If you have been diagnosed with pre-diabetes, there are ways to prevent transitioning to type 2 diabetes. Prevention depends on your will to make lifestyle changes. One of the best ways to reduce your risk is by exercising. If you're not exercising now, set an achievable goal to start 2 to 3 days a week for 30 minutes. If you or someone you know is at risk for pre-diabetes, ask your primary care provider to screen you at your next visit. My name is Nurse Thorell Smith, and remember, your health is your wealth.
Your Monday Check on Sports is next with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to sports. Of course, it was a busy weekend with sports. Let's begin with track and field. Donald Thomas won high jump bronze at the 2023 Pan American Games. The 39-year-old once again proved that age is just a number at the Pan American Games in Santiago, Chile on Friday. The 2007 world champion had a best clearance of 2.24 meters, the same height as silver medalist Luis Joel Castro of Puerto Rico. Switching gears now in sports, action from the high school tip-off classic continued on the weekend. 8 Mile Rock defeated Mary Star 47-12 on Friday night.
We finally came together on defense and working as a team. So that is a major improvement. Now they trust in the system because they are not used to structure. And this is a young team, so we're looking at to see very, very good things out of them in the future.
For now, we're just taking this as an experience because we have been away from the tournament for a long period of time. We're just trying back to find our footing right now back in the tournament. I think the guys are just going to use it just as a starting point. Hopefully, if we continue to play during the season, we'll get better.
Now on Saturday, the quarterfinals were played. St. George's edged out 8 Mile Rock 49-26. Sunland took care of BMES 60-18. Tabernacle destroyed Mary Star 58-8. And Jackie would edge out Study Hall 29-24. And finally in sports, scores from Week 9 of the NFL season. Games played on Sunday. The Kansas City Chiefs hung on to beat the Miami Dolphins 21-14. The Las Vegas Raiders dominated the New York Giants at home, taking this one 30-6. In the NFC East, the Philadelphia Eagles improved to 8-1 after a 28-23 close call against the Dallas Cowboys, who now fall to 5-3. The Buffalo Bills fall to the Cincinnati Bengals 18-24, and the Ravens rout the Seattle Seahawks 37-3 behind a dominant showing on defense. Ladies and gents, the tip-off classic semifinals will play today. Jackiewood versus Tabernacle, St. George's versus Sunland. That's a quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. Woo!
It's only October.
Christmas isn't as far as you think. If you start your layaway now, you'll get it right on time.
Make layaway work for you.
50% down on furniture and bedding. Any amount down on mattresses.
6 weeks to pay it off. No interest.
Pay whatever you want, whenever you want. Don't get caught on Christmas Day. Come to Island Bedding and lay it away.
When you order a large Pizza Hut specialty pizza, you unlock a delicious deal. For a limited time, you can add a small one-topping pizza for just $2 more. Hawaiian, Supreme, barbecue chicken, meat lovers, and more flavors. And for just $2, you can double the deliciousness. But hurry, this mouth-watering twice as nice deal won't last forever. Call Pizza Hut Freeport at 352-9191 today.
Yo, this guy sound this week.
I've been having a problem with this for weeks.
You get on there, just got a service. I just need my fur family.
Where I gotta go?
So you see me in Crossroad, right? And on Legnum Valley Road, next to Balustrade Loom. Right there. The mufflers, we take care of all that.
I come to jack you right now, bro.
All right.
Services, muffler repairs, manifold repairs, exhaust repairs, electric welding, and more. Monday to Friday, open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Cobb determines former Salmus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Somebody call the Brinks truck.
Christmas in Freeport presents the Black Bottle Christmas Concert featuring the boss, Rick Ross, live in concert.
The biggest concert of the year. And you know the biggest boss gonna run out there, boy.
On Saturday, December 23rd at Goombay Park, Freeport, Bahamas, with DJs like Tico T, Overdose, 1K Gaza, DJ Cannon, Just Ride, King Diano, Little Giant, DJ Slangs, DJ Future, Matt Bull, and more. It's Christmas in Freeport. The Black Bottle Christmas, BBC, Part 5, with Rick Ross, the boss, performing live. Saturday, December 23rd, 2023, at Goombay Park, Freeport, Bahamas. Doors open at 9 p.m. until security is strictly enforced. For more info, call 602-7751 or 727-3226. The Black Bottle Christmas Concert.
The biggest boss in the biz, Ricky Rose. I'm performing live.
For sponsorship and Skybox info, call 602-7751.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Tonight's Facebook friend of the day is Monique Manis from Bimini. We hope you had a great birthday, and we say thanks to you and the crew over there in Bimini for always watching. And that's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team, I'm Raven Davis. The Bahamas Tonight is up next.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report officially in the race. Shantytown D-Day, court appearances for 2 sitting MPs, and in sports, top athletes honored. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Work begins in earnest. Good evening, everyone. I'm Makush Lapinder, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. The race officially on over in the West Grand Bahama and Bimini constituency, now that nominations have closed for all those vying to win the votes of residents come by Election Day. Tonight, we have team coverage of Nomination Day at Mount Zion Baptist Church Halls. Leading us off tonight is our Azure Quant with reaction from the candidates and their supporters.
It is the first step towards the upcoming West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election, Nomination Day. Many of the candidates expressing enthusiasm with family, friends, supporters, and registered voters in the constituency making their way through the hall doors. 5 candidates submitting their nomination papers, hoping to secure the vacant seat. The day beginning with the nomination of the Free National Movement's candidate, Bishop Ricardo Grant, an historic move of the party being the first to nominate.
The things that the citizens here in West Grand Bahama need is exactly what we have been tabling over the years. And now we want to take that to the next level.
Second to nominate the Progressive Liberal Party's candidate, Attorney Kingsley Smith, accompanied by many government officials.
I am one of you, and I am here for you. I've heard your concerns.
your aspirations, and your frustrations. We're in this together, and I pledge to be a voice, your champion, and most importantly, your active partner in bringing about the progress we all yearn for.
Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis on hand to endorse Smith and encourage others to vote for him.
He stands ready to carry this momentum into action, ensuring that every ounce of trust given to him by the community is returned in tireless service and unwavering commitment.
Independent candidate Ternille Burrows, the third nominee, promising to be a fresh voice for social issues in the country.
We need different, we need dynamic, we need someone to represent the youth and the children of this nation. They cannot speak for themselves the way that we can, so I will stand and say, as a hummingbird, I will represent the children.
The fourth nominee was Lincoln Bain, leader of the Coalition of Independents, charging that change is here.
I'm not here to look out for the COI. We're an activist group, and we're only using the political platform because that is the way to bring change. But we are here to represent the Bahamian people and give us back what belongs to us.
Last but not least was the youngest candidate, Daquan Swain, with energy and determination.
Now all we're doing is standing on that foundation that we've already built with the residents in West Grand Bahama as well as Bimini to know that, hey, listen, we're still in this fight. We know we've been fighting, but let's just take this to another level.
But not only were the candidates present and accounted for, but supporters were also out in large numbers.
Well, our Romiko Knowles in the thick of the very energetic constituencies who turned out this morning to support the various political parties as their candidate entered the nomination site.
The first one, Bishop Ricardo Grant. Take a look at the supporters as they now gather in front of the Mount Zion Baptist Church in support of Bishop Ricardo Grant.
Every time something happened in Bimini, it was done under the FNM.
I'm praying for a victory for Bishop.
The Free National Movement is the choice, the best choice for the Bahamas.
As Bishop Ricardo Grant and supporters exited the scene, the Progressive Liberal Party's candidate Kingsley Smith made a grand entrance with the backing of none other than the nation's leader, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis, and other esteemed government officials. The nation's leader seized the moment to address the enthusiastic crowd of supporters.
Let's do it all. Let's do it all for Kingsley. Let's do it for Obi. Let's do it for the rest of the party. Let's do it for our country. So
First of all, I'm excited. I'm happy for him, and I know that he's the man for the job. He's fit for the job. He's a man that listens, as the Prime Minister said, and he executes, and he understands leadership. I think this is the best thing, not just for Western and Bimini, but also for the Bahamas.
Ternille Tada Burrows became the third candidate to nominate herself, arriving unaccompanied. Meanwhile, outside the church, the spirited supporters of the Coalition of Independents eagerly gathered as their candidate, Lincoln Bain, made his thrilling entrance.
The COI, we are an organization that we are fighting for the birthrights of Bahamian citizens. We are fighting for our inheritance. And so as we stand, we're not just standing here for ourselves. And this is why we take this so serious, because we are nation warriors. We are fighting on the behalf of this country. We are not just fighting on the behalf of colors. We don't see ourselves as being political organization, so to speak, but we see ourselves as being ambassadors for our countries.
That's going to wrap it up for us here at Mount Zion Baptist Church for Nomination Day, a crucial part of the electoral process. I'm Romiko Knowles.
Well, thanks, Romiko. And as indicated in earlier broadcast, the by-election takes place November 22nd. Now, the focus over in Bimini, the signing of a multi-million-dollar contract, funding that paves the way for the redevelopment of that island's airport. Our Julanda Thompson-Everest has all the details of a move that also signaled the transference of development rights from the Airport Authority to the Bimini Airport Developing Managing Partners.
$80 million. That is the amount expected to be invested in the South Bimini International Airport. The Prime Minister bringing remarks at the contract signing, where he states that the government fully anticipates the agreement, which will give the island an economic boost.
An airport is the gateway to a locale. It is the first experience visitors to this island will have, making a first impression long before they get to experience the rest of the beautiful island. As we improve the airport experience, we are ensuring that we make a good first impression for those visiting Bimini and a great final impression for visitors as they depart. Though Bimini might be on the western edge of the Bahamian archipelago, it sits firmly at the forefront of our minds and our development agenda.
Developer and CEO of Phoenix Infrastructure Advisory and Investments says that they're excited to be included in the redevelopment as they seek to also expand the tourism product.
Additionally, I want to assure every member of our community that this project has been considered with the utmost consideration for this beautiful environment and way of life. We recognize that Bimini is not only a place of business, it is a home and sanctuary of natural beauty that we are blessed to inhabit. As we move forward, we will ensure that our development is sustainable, that it respects the delicate balance of this ecosystem, and that it enhances the lives of all who call Bimini home.
The Deputy Prime Minister adding that the goal is to develop and redevelop 14 airports in the country. And as the work begins, Bimini is set to go.
But this is more than just a signing for an airport. It's a signal of our commitment to connectivity, progress, possibilities, and the strengthening of Bimini as the gateway for residents as well as guests.
The Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister concludes that the managing partners have the commitment of the government and the Ministry of Tourism as they build their products for the empowerment of Bimini. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson Everest.
Back here in the capital, time's up, and this morning the structures began coming down. Demolition exercises getting underway at the Cool Acres Shanty town, and as Corval Pyfrom reports, this is just the first of many such exercises to come.
This Monday morning, less than 48 hours after a fire whose cause up to now is still mysterious, crept into this roughly 6 acres of unregulated shanty town community here in the Cool Acres area. It destroyed more than 80% of the structures that once stood here. Well, this morning, all the residents have vacated the property and demolition exercises, as promised, got underway. Bulldozers crushed the last remaining structures at the Cool Acres unregulated site. The residents have left. Their 4-legged friends remain behind. Officials from a multi-governmental task force, the police and defense forces and Ministry of Works personnel on site. U.S. Embassy officials also on hand observing the exercises. Police Superintendent Stephen Carey says these unregulated communities pose considerable risk to public safety. So far, a number of arrests and seizures have taken place, as well as other criminal operations uncovered at some of these places.
During our time in these communities, we have in our operations, we have been to the communities, we have got it at least about 30 persons who are undocumented. We have arrested a person on a warrant of arrest for murder, and we have also located several drug houses. All right, so if you're using these communities to do criminal activities, please cease from doing so, because we will seek you out and find you.
Works officials will continue to carry out demolitions and debris removal from the site before moving to similar communities across the island.
This one is pretty straightforward in the sense that the buildings were not of any complexity or structural impediments, and so most of it are timber buildings, and so it was easier to have them removed.
All debris, it has to be cool, so we make sure that that is at the right temperature before it goes to the New Providence Ecology Park. And then once that happens, again, they will grade as much as they can, and just, as I said, just take out anything that's hazardous. So all the appliances, anything like all the debris structures, and then we're also going to be coming back for the abandoned vehicles.
The demolition exercise is taking place place at the Cool Acres shantytown have sparked concern from residents here in southwestern New Providence at the All Saints site. These exercises were supposed to take place simultaneously, but they're getting a bit of relief, and now residents here are pleading for more time while officials continue to maintain that time is running out.
I gone around looking for places, and they told me, say, most of the apartments or the people who own the apartments, they saying they ain't renting people with kids or renovating.
You have 4 children. Do you have any idea where you and your children will go?
No, sir. I got to find some place to go, so I can't find no apartments nowhere. Can't find no place nowhere.
This is an ongoing operation by all agencies to clear down and get rid of all unregulated communities in the Bahamas.
It is believed that there are as many as 13 of these unregulated communities across New Providence. The issue now fueling debate about what is right when evicting people from their home. And even if it is right, are we doing the right thing? For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfel.
Thanks, Corvell. Still to come, North Abaco MP back in court. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Welcome to a world where hope is still loud, where dreams are still relevant, and determination has no substitute. Welcome to a nation where the people are still warm, resilient, and innovative. And Commonwealth Bank is at the center of it all, giving innovation and progress an extra push for more than 60 years. We're here for Bahamians because we are Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services.
The new KFC nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
We build the gym, you build the body.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
Time of year again, and Bahamas Welding and Fire has everything you need to transform your home this holiday season. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Trim the tree, hang the family stockings and gift some Christmas cheer to those you love. From assorted ribbons, garlands, Christmas trees, wreaths, LED lights, holiday props, stockings, and skirts, BWF has the largest selection of all things holly and jolly. And for Santa's little helpers, from kids' bikes to motorized toys, we'll make all their dreams come true. Our helpful staff is waiting to see you. Shop today at BWF. We have all the top brand name tools and kitchen appliances too. Visit our store on number 13 Wilton Street and see for yourself. BWF, we're more than just our name.
Mario thought he could have his cake and eat it too. He almost found out the hard way that if you don't insure your home for the full replacement value, when it comes time to make a claim, you won't get the full payout. It's called the condition of average. If your $200,000 home is destroyed by a hurricane, but you only insured it for $100,000, half the value, you'll only get half of that $100,000 payout. Actually, less than that, because there's also a deductible which will be deducted from your payout. Check your home insurance policy for the condition of average clause and ask your insurance agent or broker how condition of average would affect you. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas, protecting the interests of policyholders.
In news from the courts this evening, legal discussions taking place today in the Adrian Gibson corruption trial. Ahead of that, though, Justice Cheryl Grant-Thompson dismissed jurors, this so that issues raised would be aired in their absence. Now, Justice Grant-Thompson then ruled that a gag order would not be imposed on the media. She explained that as it is an open trial, the media has a duty to inform the public. Those media reports, however, have to be fair, balanced, and impartial. She also expects the same level of reporting from the nameless and faceless people on social media, warning that if social media reports are not fair and balanced, she will have the police do an investigation. Gibson, meantime, is accused of gaining a financial advantage of over $1 million from contracts awarded while he served as executive chairman of the Water and Sewage Corporation. The Long Island MP is also accused of laundering the money by buying property and vehicles. However, he maintains his innocence. Gibson's co-defendants, former WSC General Manager Elwood Donaldson, his cousin Rashay Gibson, Joan Knowles, Jerome Missick, Tanya Demerit, and Peaches Farquharson, aided in the scheme. Allegations they all deny. Meantime, North Abaco MP Kirk Cornish rearraigned in the Supreme Court on rape, assault, and threats of death charges. He's accused of raping a woman on March 25th this year here in New Providence and again on April 4th while in Cooperstown, Abaco. Cornish is also accused of having assaulted a woman in January and March and threatening to kill her on April 4th in Cooperstown. The PLP representative pleaded not guilty to the charges. He returns to court November 16th before Justice Renee McKay. Cornish remains out on $9,000 bail with one or two sureties and is ordered from having contact with his accuser or anyone connected to her. We can also tell you tonight of serious charges brought against a 50-year-old Oxford Avenue man. Police say a woman accepted a ride from the accused on Saturday, October 28th. The man in question reportedly pulled out a weapon and raped her on two separate locations. She was, however, able to escape and alert patrolling officers who pursued, apprehended, arrested, and have since charged the suspect. Investigations continue. Meantime, a court appearance also in the cards for two Linden Pinling Estates residents, ages 23 and 31, along with a 26-year-old from Pinewood Gardens. The trio faces 3 counts of attempted murder, 4 counts of possession of an unlicensed firearm, and 2 counts of possession of ammunition. This all stemming from an incident on Friday, October 27th, when police responded to reports of gunshots in the Yellow Elder Gardens community. Responding officers met 3 gunmen who engaged police. They too were pursued and arrested. Police also tell us the weapons, 3 pistols and an assault rifle, were recovered. As the holiday creeps up, a local organization's gearing up for one of the largest food drives. Bahamas Striping Group of Companies launching its Let's Make a Difference food initiative later this month. Desmond Saunders tells us all about the big give back.
Bahamian Striping Group of Companies putting smiles on the faces of 10,000 Bahamians this November 23rd, all in an effort to spread love and cheer this holiday season.
7,300 meals are confirmed throughout the Family Island and Nassau.
Time's of the essence to come through with 10,000 meals to residents in 17 family islands this Thanksgiving. An iconic holiday tradition Bahamas Striping started several years ago. This year's food drive, though much bigger and better, Executive Chairman Dominique Stirrup.
The week before Thanksgiving, everything's going to be shipped over. So let's look at Abaco, Andros, Exuma. So the ham and turkey will be shipped over. They'll be shipped over. All the dry items will be shipped over. So like an example of Sandals. Sandals going to cook all the meals and distribute the meals. We're working with the Food Network. They have select 2 organizations in Andros and 1 in Abaco. We're going to ship over the food on a mail boat.
Dishing thousands of meals, not an easy feat, but thankfully several local charities and organizations have heeded the call and chipped in to serve their communities. The company's president, Ontario Mitchell, optimistic of its mission. He's also pleased with the overwhelming response from corporate Bahamas.
So we reached out to Hands for Hunger. They was more than pleased to be a part of this initiative, as well as other partners we have on board. We have Sandals in Exuma. We have Bahama. We have the Feeding Network. And what we wanted to do was to not so much do something new, but to partner with organizations or individuals who have feeding programs that they do themselves.
With just a few days to go before its launch, event organizers now making this appeal.
If you could donate 1 ham or 1 turkey, we'll take that. If you can donate a pack of rice, we'll take a pack of rice. But what this initiative is, it's about Bahamians working together to ensure on Thanksgiving Day, 10,000 Bahamians are fed throughout the Bahamas.
The Make a Difference campaign, a labor of love, and officials hoping to make a lasting impact that will positively influence the Bahamas. Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Well, thanks, Desmond. Marcellus Hall joins us in studio with a check on what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for this season, we'll take a look at the National Sports Awards and give you an idea as who won what. That's all ahead in sports.
At this year's Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, Parliamentary Secretary of the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable John Pinder II, expressed the importance of the Bahamas' involvement in the event.
The Fort Lauderdale Boat Show is the largest boat show in the world. It's particularly important for the Bahamas to be properly represented here so we can showcase all the experiences that we have across our archipelago. We have some great partnerships here, including Fraser, where we're here tonight with Fraser's event, and many more. And this time of year in Fort Lauderdale, it's all about boating, yachting, and saltwater. We're only about 50 miles away from Bimini. When you're up in Palm Beach, the same thing, getting on the Grand Bahama Bank. We want to show them once you get across the Gulf, the experiences are immense and you'll never have the same thing twice.
Pinder also spoke to the necessity of the Bahamas' partnerships in the boating and yachting industry going forward.
I would say that partners like Fraser are extremely important. They're one of the largest yacht brokerages in the world. They have the same idea that we have, that traveling through the Bahamas in a yacht is the way to live. Boating and yachting in the Bahamas is extremely important. Yes, there's the direct economic impact, but there is also the indirect. There's many entrepreneurs, small businesses, and Bahamians alike that are directly affected economically. That's money in their pocket when these boats come through our islands. We're 100,000 square miles, crystal blue water, and we want to have our friends from abroad that float over on whatever vessel they have, experience and have a great time. We want them to come for generations to come. As I always finish everything with, I tell them to tell their friends, have their friends tell their friends to bring their family and come enjoy and feel and see what it is to be Bahamian.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
Trouble, it might drag you down. You
can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Of Labor, in conjunction with the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, recently launched the Labor on the Campus Career Fair initiative, which aims to bring employers to high school seniors for prospective employment after graduating.
I am here and proud as the Minister of Labor and Public Service to officially launch Labor on the Campus, which is a spin-off of our Labor on the Block event that has actually been going on for a number of years. The Labor on the Block Career Fair concept has been a huge success, and thousands of Bahamians have been linked with employment opportunities as a result of these career fairs.
Today you're going to go downstairs and you're going to see an array of options and choices in employment. I want to say to you that each of you is unique, gifted, beautiful, powerful, and wherever you decide to go at the end of this journey in high school, I want you to go with confidence.
Scores of students from various public and private schools attended the fair.
As I walked around, I went to different tables. I signed up for some, hoping that at least one of them will call me back. And the one that I mainly took interest in was BTVI, because they have massage therapy, and that's a field I'm really interested in starting once I leave grade 12.
I feel the turnout is much better. We have a lot of people like me, I'm interested in special education, and there's a wide array of schools that I can go to just in case one's too far or the tuition's too high. There's a variety that I can choose.
Jonna Lee McIntosh for Ed Talk.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. At the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Shanae's Chesapeake Road Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get your Christmas trees in pink, frosted, green, or white in a variety of sizes. Musical Christmas LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels and Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls in all sizes, garlands, wreaths, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Check our selections online at www.janae's.com.
Impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Big 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey,
Managing marine resources in the Gulf and Caribbean taking center stage here in the capital this week. The week-long Gulf and Caribbean Fisheries Institute Conference officially opened this evening at the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort. And that's where our Lloyd Allen joins us live with more details. Good evening, Lloyd.
Well, of course, good evening, Makushla, and good evening, Bahamas. The goal is focused on measuring and managing resources. Tonight, regional industry experts gathered here at the Atlantis Resort, taking part in the 2023 Gulf and Caribbean Fisheries Institute Regional Conference. Now, the 5-day event, now in its 76th year, is being held under the theme Linking Science and Society Towards a Vision for Sustainable Fisheries. The nation's chief, the Honorable Philip Davis, was also at the event opening, calling it a historic meeting of the minds. Now, the 5-day conference features a number of activities, including a fisheries forum, also a poster competition, as well as a number of conversations and discussions centered around sustainability. As there are a number of issues set for discussion, all of them will take place over the next 5 days. And over the next 5 days, of course, we have 27 countries now being represented during this period. Reporting here from the Atlantis Resort for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, thanks, Lloyd. ZNS TV began its lineup of new shows. Legend, The Untold Story with Anthony Newbold aired just this morning at 9. Following this newscast, be sure to watch the making of your favorite Bahamian meals on Dishing It Up. Tomorrow, the already popular Justice with Judge Carroll airs at 2 p.m. Later in the day, it's the Legal Brief with some of the country's noted attorneys giving legal advice. On Thursdays at 9 a.m. is the Drop Video Show featuring the beat of the best local music artist. And kicking off your weekend on Fridays, it's arts and entertainment at 8 p.m. Get ready for Sundays at 4 p.m. for a sports show, Time Out. Closing out the lineup is gospel video show Rhythm of Faith. Be sure to watch the new lineup of local shows created just for you. And our senior producer and columnist, Tanya Smith-Cartwright, meantime, says she is no longer concerning herself with the well-being of illegal immigrants in this country. The Shantytown saga continues. Is the topic of this week's As I See It website column, where Cartwright discusses the ugliness associated with shanty towns. As I See It is published on our website, znsbahamas.com, and our social media platforms every Monday. Through this column, Smith-Cartwright explores a multitude of trending, controversial hot topics and brings them to us as she sees them.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
The time may change, but not the great specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Libby's Vienna sausage, 4 ounce, $1.19. So cheesy macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4 ounce, 2 for $1.49. Tipton apple juice, 64 ounce, $3.99. Sunny Delight smooth or tangy, 64 ounce, 2 for $5. Fresh carrots, 2-pound bag, $2.99. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarket.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Join the ZNS Network for primetime coverage of the Progressive Liberal Party's 55th National Convention, Thursday, November 9th and Friday, November 10th at 8 p.m. Tune in to hear the PLP's message for the Bahamian people. That's Thursday, November 9th and Friday, November 10th at 8 p.m. The Progressive Liberal Party's 55th National Convention on ZNS.
With 3 or more vehicles looking for the perfect fueling solution? Well, look no further.
I can go to any Rubis service station and get fast and easy service without any form of payment.
I can top up my fuel account and generate reports anytime online.
We at Wildflowers enjoy significant savings from fraud reduction. The Rubis system provides optimum security and peace of mind.
Email bahamassales@rubis-bahamas.com to sign up now.
Samantha's always on point. She doesn't miss a thing. When she signs up for any insurance policy, she reads all the fine print. She knows what's covered, what's not covered, and she's aware of her deductibles. When it comes to insurance, it pays to know your policy. Review every insurance policy so you know what you're covered for. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas.
Five adults, 21 to 36 years, are in police custody after officers from the Abaco Division, along with the Defense Force, seized a firearm, ammunition, and dangerous drugs from 2 homes in Crown Haven, Little Abaco. This after officers executed a search warrant at 2 homes in that area. Investigations continue. Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makishla. We are under mostly cloudy skies, temperature at 78 degrees, a relative humidity 80%, north-northeast winds at 7 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,014.0 millibars. Yes, that's 29.96 inches. And your temperatures around the Family Valley this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 77 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Greenville Key in Abaco, Marsh, Abaco at 75, 77 in the Berry Islands, Alistan, Bimini at 80 degrees, Harbour Island 79, 79 is also in Roxanne, Eleuthera, Black Point, Exuma, and Kemp's Bay, St. Andros at 74, 78 degrees in Fresh Creek, Central Andros, picking up some 80s in Artistan, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key, Georgetown, Exuma, 81 degrees, 80s again in Ragged Island, Clarence Town, Long Island, and Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Maguana 79, Ackland 79, Matitani, Agua 80 degrees, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 84. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center in the Northwestern Islands tonight through tomorrow. Those winds going to be north to northeast, 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Tide-wise, low tide occurs at 9:04 tonight, with another low tide at 9:13 tomorrow morning. Now for the central and southeastern islands through Tuesday, the winds are going to be light and variable with flat seas 1 to 3 feet over the ocean. Middle of the week, for all areas on Wednesday, northeast winds at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Low tide occurs at 10:08 in the morning with a high tide at 4:10 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. The extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
At Cartwright, our members members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. KoshRide members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at KoshRide, where membership truly has its privileges.
Do you hear that? That's Junkanoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure to book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera. Welcome to ZNS Total Sports Check here on a Monday, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. The National Sports Awards were held over the weekend at the Thomas A. Robinson Track and Field Stadium. Top athletes from the local scene recognized for their accomplishments on the air. Now, the event also serving double duty as the kickoff for National Sports Heritage Month. Some of the award winners including Craig Ferguson Jr., who took home the Junior Male Athlete of the Year, Carifta standout Jemiah Nabby, who was selected Senior Female Athlete of the Year. Family Island Female Athlete of the Year was Tyler Pratt, and Travana McPhee, who was garnered the award for the top national team coach.
It feels great. Hopefully, my goal as a sailor right now, like how big I am, I just want to get more kids into the sport because it's not like you said, it's not as popular as other sports like track and field or basketball per se. But I just hope to like bring more kids into it and give them a way out.
First of all, I'm a shy person, so the people at me are a little shaken up. But I wasn't sure if I was going to win it because I was among a lot of great athletes also. But thank God I was chosen.
I was in a state of shock. And after that, I was just proud because I would have to thank God and my family and my coaches for all the training and intense workout for the season. So I was proud of myself and them.
Well, the University of the Bahamas Mingos men's soccer team went into its opening match against United in BFA action with a strong tour behind them this after winning internationally. And they were hoping to build on that as they faced some rough play on the pitch on Sunday. The team went into the half tied at 0, but coming out of the break, it was a scoring frenzy as Peter Julmus came into the match at the 61st minute and his very first touch off a corner. That kick connected for a goal, putting UB up 1-0. On to the 75th minute now. UB down 2-1. Here's Ronaldo Green on the attack and is taken down in the box. That converts into a penalty, tying the score at 2 apiece. Now UB looking for the go-ahead goal, and Stanley Grandpierre finds the back of the net here. UB up 3-2, holds on to win it. 3-2 your final score. Green saying he was excited to get the season opening win.
We are missing quite a few players due to certain circumstances, and we had to go out there and play what we have. Some players have injuries, and we just had to fight. The game plan was to hold it down until we made a specific sub. Sub came on, scored on his first touch, and from that the game changed. We won 3 goals back-to-back. It was quite a tough game for us, but we pulled through, got the win. The key thing is that we start off with a win.
Well, DeAndre Ayton and the Portland Trailblazers are back in action on Sunday. Memphis looking for their first win. And that's who the Trailblazers faced off against. Following this one, they started the season off 0-6. Well, 0-6 no more. Blazers with the lead early, but unable to make it hold up. Grizzlies rallied down the stretch. They get the 112-100 victory on the Blazers' home floor. As for DeAndre Ayton, still trying to find his way in this new system. He would score 6 points on 3 of 9 shooting from the field, also adding 11 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block in 35 minutes on the floor. Blazers' next game comes your way on Wednesday when they travel to Sacramento to take on the Sacramento Kings. And the New Providence Volleyball Association with 1 score in from yesterday. The Warhawks taking on the Defenders in men's action. Defenders winning this one in 4 sets, 25-15, 21-25, 25-20, and 25-18 to take the match 3-1. League play will continue on Tuesday night. And that's it. You look at sports for you here on this Monday. Don't go anywhere. We do have that Monday weather outlook. That is just ahead.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sands Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera. This is ZNS Total Sports.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a Sand Dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving Sand Dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers. It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever Sand Dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
First we plan, then we innovate, then we build. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice, the trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, the tropics quiet this evening, so there's nothing there to report. But closer to home, we have a front boundary, weak one, that pushed through the capital late this evening, dumping some brief showers. That's now racing towards the southeast Bahamas. So we will see some clearing of the skies over the next several days. Tonight, we're looking at patchy clouds, 75 degrees for your low temperature. And tomorrow, beautiful with some clouds at first, turning mostly sunny during the balance of the day with a high temperature of 82 degrees. And your extended weather forecast, lots of sunshine in the forecast for the next several days, taking us right into Saturday. But come Sunday and Monday of next week, we'll see a couple of showers work their way back into the forecast. Pretty mild temperatures, low 80s during the daytime for the next 7 days. And those nighttime temperatures, they will continue to hang there in the low 70s. Makishla.
Before we end tonight, our Lloyd Allen shares the story of a Bahamian vet's challenge and victory.
Tonight, we introduce you to one of 3 surviving World War II veterans. He is Comrade Vernon Pinder.
when they were drilling us to send us over to the front, some of the fellas went from, because we had the RAF and we had the BDC, but the war over and we didn't go over.
From around 1944 to 1956, Comrade Vernon Pinder operated as an airman for the Royal Air Forces.
Hitler declared war on practically the world. He said he wanted to kill out all the black people, make fertilizer out of them, and make just a white world. You see, they declared war on Great Britain first in several places. And that's how World War started.
Pinder admits he was a bit of a bad boy during his early days, as on 2 separate occasions he was put up on a charge for missing in action.
And the guy go like that in my bag, because I had sticks in it instead of full out. So I got another 4 days.
But despite the ups and downs, Pinder says at 98, he is still satisfied that he made a significant difference for the Bahamas and the free world, having received a number of medals for his years of service.
2 of these came from the Queen. The Queen sent me these, except for, I think it's 2, the Bahamas government gave me this.
Reflecting on changes around the world over the more than 70 years since World War II, Pinder feels the scourge of evil and degradation continue.
We had World War I, and that stopped. Then Hitler started World War II. And, well, in America was killing out the blacks and whatnot. But it seems like everywhere now and then a little war pitch up. That's how it seems nowadays.
Telling his story of courage, adversity, and hope, Pinder is among a dying generation who today stand as proof that good always prevails. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, good story there, Lloyd, and that does it for the Bahamas Tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
It's Premier Week at ZNS. You asked for new local programs, and we heard your call. So here's the lineup starting this fall. Catch Legends, The Untold Story on Mondays at 9 a.m. Also on Mondays starting at 8 p.m., watch the making of your favorite meal on Dishing It Up. The decisions are final, and the cases are real. We have a so popular